Did you know that in Las Vegas there are more Catholic churches than casinos? Obviously, some worshippers during Sunday service will occasionally put a casino chip instead of cash when the basket passes. But these chips originate from all different kinds of casinos. So the churches have devised a method to collect the offerings. They send all the chips to a nearby Franciscan monastery where the chips are sorted and carried back and cashed in at the original casinos. This work is done by chipmunks. Welcome to Shave&Butcher, and thank you to Martin at YMMV Shaves for the terrific joke. Very excited about the shave today. I told you in the last video that I was expecting something in the post, which was exciting for me, maybe not for you, and today it arrived. This is the smooth Swedish shaver soap from Ginger's Garden. And this is one of a kind. There's only one, and it is a gift to me from Aceback over in Sheffield. Thank you ever so much. He told me a number of weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, that he was doing something. He was asking me what kind of scent I would like in a shave soap. And I thought about it, and I said, rose with a touch of wood. And he said, hold my beer. I didn't say that, but he organized this and it came today. So this is one of a kind from Irina at Ginger's Garden. Got a business card with the soap where it says, enjoy your gift. I will, Irina. It's a tallow soap. It has all kinds of good stuff in it. It has a rose on it, so I mean the label will be one of a kind as well. So this is really cool. Thank you so much, Aceback. I don't know what this could possibly have cost, quite a lot, and I really appreciate it. This is what it looks like. It's a beautiful soap. And you know, the scent is smack on what I wanted, because I like rose scented soap products. I've never had a whole jar. I've had samples, and I really like Wickham's, what is it called, English rose or something, and I've tried one or two others and I really dig it. So rose with a bit of something, a bit of dirt, a bit of grass, a bit of wood. So I said wood, and yeah, smack on. So that's what we're shaving with. First shave with that today. The brush is Grey Dog's Full Moon Synthetic out of maple. And the razor is the Baba razor, Japanese and Swedish steel, with a nice little name and logo there on those pretty scales. It says it's lots written on it, for barber's use, first quality. This is about, what is it, 6, maybe 7, 8. This is the Baba razor 862, new finest razor, Swedish steel. I don't know much about this. I just like pretty things. Like my wife. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So let's go ahead. Pop the cherry on a new soap, and there's always pleasure in that. Yeah, this t-shirt is great. I promised my wife 20 times to throw it away because it's all torn up, but it's good. And it says in Swedish, everyone cleans fish in Göteborg. Which, if you're Swedish, you get it. And it's true. Well, some do trading, but apart from that, all the rest, it's just cleaning fish. So I'm getting the brush wet, squeezing it pretty good, so it's just damp. Never tried Ginger's Garden soaps before. I've heard good things. I've read good reviews. I don't know how much to load it. I went a bit safe and did a synthetic brush today. do it down here so I can see what I'm doing. Sometimes you need a brush that is a little bit more on the wet side. Sometimes you really want a dry soap or a dry brush. This is cakey, and no, cakey is the wrong word. It's like toothpaste straight away. So you probably can have a bit of moisture on it. Taking a bit more. Just putting the moisture on there to make sure I get enough soap out. Now, some people are known to overload their soaps. And you know, this is full to the brim. I like that. I like that. I get it with the, normal American style soap jars where there's loads of space, they're wider and there's no spillage, etc. But I enjoy this. This feels like you're getting your money's worth because it's full to the brim. And I haven't made a mess. You know, this looks good. You can actually do it. I'm talking so my skin is dry. Okay, so I have like 18 hours growth, but I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, it has, okay, here, there you go, professional wet shaver. He says the brush is dry, but at the core, or the bottom rather, it's soaking wet. Idiot. Oh, what a cool scent. It's all in the appearance and what you've read about it, and all I know is there's rose and wood fragrances in it. And I think it's proper fragrance. I don't think it's essential oils. The recipe is very nice, with tallow as well as, can't remember, and I can't read, so I have to take a photo and magnify, and I did read, I just can't remember. There's butters and oil and stuff in it, so it's not just the tallow. Sorry about the faucet tap running, but we need some water. And this, with a new soap, you don't know where you're at with how much water you can put in. It's still pretty dry. But you need to. Is it very light in here today? Is it unusually the same lamp? Something else maybe. Something else. Oh, strong scent. The scent is 6.78 on a scale from 0 to 10. So that's fairly strong. Put the faucet tap out a bit. Yeah, you get this cool feeling with the soap. Soap is like, I'm gonna need a bit of work, mister. Yeah, soap is a woman from the 50s. African American woman without the body moves from the 50s. That's how we roll. That's what we want to be. I'm like Patrick Swayze in Ghost. What? Okay. Okie dokie. Very good. Very good. Continued watching Gangs of London in spite of the fact that Scott Owl told me that after 3 episodes it went crazy. And he was right, it did go crazy. And totally unrealistic and, just sheer nonsense. And extraordinarily amount of unnecessary violence and blood, and brains and stuff. I love it. I think it's the second or maybe the 3rd episode. A man is murdered with a straight razor. Proper straight. No chevette. So the murderer, he's hardcore. he was thinking, the murderer was thinking, well, perhaps I should get one of those. They don't talk like that because they're gangsters from London, they're Cockneys or whatever they are down there. West Ham fans. Why? No, they don't sound like they're from Essex. Anyway, so he was thinking, perhaps I should get one of those. I can't do dialects. Shit. Disposable, blades where you can change between murders, you just put a new fresh blade in so that the new guy you murder don't get AIDS, right? But he thought, no, fuck it. Straight razor, and he left it on the floor. So, there you go. No, he made it look like suicide. Which is, I wonder how good the research was with that. Either it was bloody good research and the guy was actually straight shaving, or the police found 18, disposable big razors in the bathroom. So he had a temporary improvement of just judgment and pulled out a wet shaving tool. Fascinating. I wonder what the prep was. Did he wash his arm before he sliced it and blood came pouring? Okay, I need to focus on the lather because that's why we're here. This is wet, wet, wet. And yes, you can quote song lyrics down there. This is looking bloody good, bloody good. This is looking amazing. Let's see if it is. Let's see if it's any good. Very creamy. Is it wrong of me to say there's nothing like a tallow soap? Is that wrong of me? Can you get the same feeling with a vegan soap? Friday, so a little bit of alcohol, a dram of Kentucky Buffalo Trace. The one and only. Okay, let's see how the Baba razor does on Irene soap. So I was saying 2 days ago, it doesn't matter what soap you have, you can shave anyway. So I'll have to ignore that and let's rave about the soap. But the lubrication that you need to have your blade move nicely, plus the alkali in the soap that takes the natural oils out of the hairs so that they stand up, because you want hard, brittle hairs, not soft ones. You get that from a lot of soap, right? You can shave. But that doesn't mean it's a super comfortable. Hang on. Yeah, there you go, baby. What an insane lather, and it's a terrific feel on the skin. So you can shave with a lot of soaps. Like CDB said, he had a sofa session out yesterday, I think, and he was saying that he doesn't rate soaps on things like slickness or other things that are really subjective. And a lot of old soaps are decent nowadays. What a lather, wow. But some soaps are still better than others. When it comes to the feel of the lather, the way you make the lather, what it feels like afterwards, still big differences. Oh, I love the scent. It's a masculine scent. It's rose, but it's, I don't know. I'm rather poor at describing scents. The touch of wood makes it look masculine. Plus, you know, it's very obviously a rose soap. And there's something, I don't know, isn't there something sexy about a man who can wear a rose scent? Not a flowery rose scent, but a harsh, kick-ass kind of rose scent. Still very rosy. And be comfortable, you know. There's something, you know, it's like wearing women's clothes, which, you know, takes a stronger man than me. You know what I mean, cross-dressing, but who was I? I was talking to someone who, or maybe I heard on the radio, I don't know, but there was some guy who was so, yeah, I know who he was, doesn't matter, a Swedish guy, tall, masculine, model, farmer looking, but a model. He's cool because sometimes he finds a sweater or something from the women's department. I mean, not skirts and stuff, but sweaters or a scarf and some garment that is obviously a woman's, and he puts it on, and he still looks like the most masculine MFer you can imagine. Oh, wrong way. Something cool about that. So it'd be interesting what a fragrance, like an eau de toilette or even an aftershave with this scent would be like, you know. But you'd need to analyze all the stuff you fragrance nerds know, middle notes and base notes and stuff like that. But as soaps go, I love it. Spot on, Aceback. I hope it's Aceback. It is Aceback, Iceback. Yorkshireman from Liverpool. God, I wish I could do dialects. I really wish I could, especially Yorkshire accents, because Yorkshire accents are cool. I watch Scott Owl and I talk to him, and I would just love to have his accent, but I can't even begin to mimic it. What a proper Scottish accent. A proper one, not like Chris who's lived in Australia for 15 years. Okay, second pass. Still feels very good on the skin. It's quite heavily, you know, strong scented, but I have no negative reaction on the skin. I've told you before, I do much more frequently in the winter when the skin is, because I spend a few hours outdoors every day. Skin gets dry, skin gets a bit tender and feels thin. So I react more to soaps. Not crazy, no, not a rash or anything, but the tingling feeling, you know? Yes. Now it's a good soap, this Slick. It feels like, I mean, I'm gonna eventually put a balm on, but it feels like a kind of soap that does not dry your skin. All soaps dry your skin to some extent. They can have, it doesn't matter how much rehydrating stuff they have in them, they're gonna dry the skin a little bit compared to before you shaved. But this one, much less than the average. Ha. I had a Kismet blade in a whack-in yesterday, 18 hours ago. With new blade, I always bleed a bit. There's always leakage with the new blade. First 2 shaves, especially the first one. So I may open up a few weepers here, which I wouldn't otherwise. That's the wet shaver's excuse. You know, I'm really not shit. It's from another day. In Sweden, with the pandemic, there aren't a lot of laws, but there are a lot of recommendations, and we're supposed to follow the recommendations. So about Christmas, they say, Prime Minister himself said, you can be 8 people at Christmas dinner, 8 people without a problem. And I'm like, who the hell knows 8 people without a problem? So I may be on my own, we'll see. Such strict rules, eh? It's the kind of shave and the kind of soap you want to experience before you start at least your second whiskey. Because you want all your senses, you know, to be in operation. Yeah, this is good. Feels good. It doesn't feel tacky. It feels just nice. Nice. So yeah, I mean, I regret now even asking if vegan soaps can be as smooth and creamy and rejuvenating as tallow or as good, because I know half of you will say yes and half of you will say no, and the third half will say they're equally good, eh? But there's something about tallow soaps. Something about this razor too. Oh, this is gonna be a good shave. Wow, what a good shave. And you know, the blade is the most important, for sure. See, I don't see Ginger's Garden all that often. I see it sometimes. But if you have experience with Ginger's Garden, please let us know in the comments what you think. About the soap base or bases, about the scents. Yeah, that felt good. That's it, you know. Rinse it off a bit, see how that works. Still a strong scent. It's a, it doesn't smell like a rose. Oh, rose, thank you, my prince. It's hard to, it's pretty hardcore. Pretty hardcore. I think I would wear this as a cologne perfume. Yeah, just pretty great. Pretty great. I'm gonna put a bit of Thayer's on it. The Thayer's unscented witch hazel. The magic made by Thayer's. Oh, cool. In a while, I shall put on some Singari Man unscented balm. It's almost gone now, so maybe the last of it. She'll need to get a new one. But I want to keep it like this for a while. That was cool. Ginger's Garden, the Shave&Butcher soap, smooth Swedish shaver soap, rose and wood. Fantastic. Thank you, Aceback. Really appreciate it. You're very generous. And thank you, Irena, for making it. Appreciate it. It's Friday and weekend is here for some of us. Weekend is coming for the rest of you. I wish you a nice weekend. I hope you really get to enjoy it. Okay? Buy your Christmas presents online, if you buy any. Or you could give money away instead of buying. That's a good idea. It's a bit socialist, but it's nice, you know. If you do whatever the hell you want to do, but whatever you do, stay sharp.